a little beyond my control. That's so much. I better get my stomp on.
Make that make sense.
I can't hear anything.
Kingdom Hearts 2 had a long-ass tutorial, too. You had to do chores for people in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Reverse compared to Rebirth 1 is a lot harder. Well, Reverse in general is one of the hardest Neptunia games in the series. So, imagine my surprise when I game over in Rebirth 1 because I got arrogant and thought I didn't need to grind. Yep. Also, no, I'm not doing Rebirth Plus, okay? I'm not doing that. It already takes forever to get one episode out. Imagine if I had to do Rebirth Plus as well.
Ugh.
Think about that,
Yeah,
David.
that would not be good.
Imagine a fourth version of this game. Because Rebirth Plus is just Rebirth 1 remastered. On PS4. No. I love myself too much. As much as I like Neptunia 1, I don't like it that much.
We already gathered the fragment from Planetune. Let's not
Right. Anyway.
mosey to the next layer.
Yeah.
When do you think we'll ever get another announcement for Legend ZA?
We can't just leave the
It's been
town
forever.
When it's ready.
Well, fine.
I'm not asking for. I'm just asking for an announcement with some for an update on anything.
Listen, after what happened with BDSP, I don't think Nintendo wants to announce anything before it's ready.
I just want to see something. Like I don't even care if you don't see gameplay. Just more. Give it more. I don't know. Trailer cinematic stuff. I don't know. Just give it more trailer stuff instead.
You keep saying you don't know, but you're not telling me anything.
Okay, hang on. Let me fix myself. Okay, there. Hit myself with a flashlight.
What the? Okay.
What I want is just footage from the trailer showing stuff that's gonna be in the game, but not gameplay itself. Like
I'm gonna be honest.
let's say it just shows Lumios being built. It expands the city, then it shows our character, but not gameplay footage. It's all strictly trailer only footage. Show the characters and stuff. Show all the starters, and then it zooms out. And then zooms out in the end, showing us some kind of legendary.
Oh, here's something
That's all.
crazy, okay? Final Fantasy VII Remake announced during PS3 E3 2006. We don't get Final Fantasy VII Remake until, I think, 2020, I think. Let me look it up. FF7 Remake release date. It came out in 2020 April. So that means they announced the Final Fantasy VII Remake for PS3 in 2006, and people had to wait 14 years to actually get the remake. What kind of shit? So, believe me, Pokemon is fine.
I guess.
Okay? We're not...
No, you think the league might have delayed the trailer?
What do you mean?
The Pokemon league.
The leak. I don't know. I don't think so. Doesn't make sense for it.
I heard some stuff for Legend VA was leaked, but I choose to ignore that stuff.
Anyways,
I do not want anything spoiled.
The only new addition that Reverse has, besides the increased difficulty spike, is haptic fishing. That's right!
What?
You have to actually fish in this game.
I mean, that's cool, I guess.
Apparently it's required for certain items.
Huh, didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm convinced they only made this remake just to add fishing to Neptunia 1, because that was a trend in AAA and industry for so long that a bunch of games would just let you fish. Like, fucking Sonic Frontiers let you fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind, because I don't know, fishing was pretty fun.
Yeah, the fishing was cool. I still prefer Adventure 1 fishing, but the fishing in Adventure 1 takes too long.
You mean with Big the Cat?
Yeah. But the problem is that it takes forever. That's the issue with it.
Where he can just fish. He can fish Chaos 6 to death in under 6 seconds.
Yes, I've done it before. It's actually very satisfying to beat Chaos 6 in a few seconds. Look at how long these wild encounter takes, by the way.
Yeah, it's forever. Wait a second. I know that fish design and silhouette. That's the same fish silhouette with the 101.
Okay.
Why is the screen red?
I found an enemy. What do you mean I fished up the tutorial boss?
How did you get that?
What the hell? I want to point out we're still in the first wild encounter outside of the tutorial, so thank me later for editing out wild battles?
Yeah, I am not gonna blame you for cutting those off because it will take forever. And this video is already an hour.
Yeah.
But we're already 30 minutes, for 40 minutes then.
Yeah, we're actually making good progress on this video, I'm not gonna lie. Man.
Yeah, true.
Oh, finally they're called Dagu in this mission for some reason. Then why were they called Dagui in the tutorial?
I have no idea.
Yep, there they are, the famous Dagu. The Goomba of the series. Yeah?
I'm gonna ask something. Is there really only one Dagu fan service scene? I feel like with having a iconic slime enemy to be more fan service scene.
There's one scene in Mark 2,
I know,
and one in the anime. I think that's it.
But
I'm dead serious. That's probably it.
Having an iconic slime enemy, you think to be more?
Oh well. Anyways, we finally are getting the introduction of the representative of IFI for the first time for the world to see. And what do they name IFI's character? IF. I'm convinced that the only reason Neptune calls her Iffy is because it's a play on IFI. I am convinced.
Okay, by the way, I noticed with these circle eyes that they do sometimes. They really showed up against. They really showed up and Genshin Impact.
Yeah. Look at the effort of this CGI here. Look at how good this CGI is.
Wow, that is pretty good.
Actually, I was watching Griffin Gaming's playthrough of this game, and he said, "Is like, look at this pedo shit." I just couldn't stop laughing because he kept making fucking pedo jokes in this scene. Yeah, and then his chat was like, "Nah, you're the crazy one because you just see anime characters and think porn." And he's like, "No, it's cause she's fucking spread eagle, borderline ready to go into missionary." Like, nah. I was watching that, I was like, nah, dude. At that point, you're reaching. Okay? You want to make the pedo jokes? Go right ahead. That shit's funny as fuck. But don't actually take that shit seriously. Yeah.
Right.
I really don't like YouTube compression. It makes the auto button really hard to read on reverse. Look at that. Oh, by the way, have you noticed that I've been manually pressing A for every cutscene in the original?
I have not.
Okay, so by this point, I think you have my general thoughts on Neptunia 1, right?
Yeah, that you like it a lot. You consider one of the best. You consider the best in the series.
I really do. Which kind of does bug me a bit because I actually like the other games in this series. Well, I like some of the other games. There are some that honestly, like, I don't think I'll ever go back to them. Like, as much as I liked Action Unleashed when I did the playthrough, I don't think I want to play that game again, okay? It's a Dynasty Warriors clone, but the thing is that Mega Tag Mention and the other one, Cyber...
Hyperdimension War?
No, not Hyper Devotion. No. Honestly, I wasn't too big on Hyper Devotion. It's just a Disgaea clone, and I'm not too big on Disgaea. It was okay. The other one is Cyber Dimension, Neptunia, 4 Goddesses Online. Yeah, that one. Those are the two like real-time action games that I think are actually better. Mega Tag Mention, I actually give credit to it over the Action Unleashed, because Mega Tag Mention actually had good CGs in it, whereas Neptunia U doesn't have any CGs to my understanding. And I barely remember that playthrough. I did like 30 something episodes of it. Holy crap, I don't remember what that game was about.
Oh wow.
I recorded and edited 30 episodes of that playthrough. I don't remember that game. I just remember is that there was this blue motherfucker that we had to fight, and that's about it. Oh, and that I purposefully gave Rom the easy to rip clothes equipment item.
That's a thing?
Yeah, you can have, Action Unleashed actually lets the characters have clothing damage. And to my knowledge, is the only game to do that. And of course, I put Rom's clothing resistance at 0. Because...
See, I feel like it would be a good option for that. Then when Kagura crossover! Look, how many times have we ripped apart how Simon Kagura was such a missed opportunity?
Yeah. Like, even in the re-releases of Senran Kagura, they still toned down the fan service compared to the original versions. This guy called Senpai Blade on YouTube.com does a comparison of old Senran Kagura games to the remasters and the re-releases, and he points out that some of the old stuff he can't even put on YouTube because it would get auto age restricted.
Oh, like what? Like, there's a question here, cause like,
now, old Senran Kagura didn't give a fuck, dude.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure Eptable versus didn't either.
Yeah.
You have legit cutscenes of them with their clothes torn off, just with light covering their boobs.
No. Like the early stuff, they didn't have light. It was just flapping all over the place, man.
But they didn't show nips.
I don't remember. The truth is, I'm
I'd be surprised they did.
I'm not really big on Senran Kagura. I'm just gonna state this right now, okay? I don't follow the series like that. I just remembered seeing it because they did a Neptunia crossover, and I was like, okay, let's check it out. Then I said, oh, what the fuck? No English dub? How dare they? And I didn't play it.
Yeah, the crossover was such a disappointment. Like, I don't know, if they ever re-release it, I hope it's fixed, but that's never gonna happen. They're not gonna remake this game.
No, the licensing issues would be too painful. And
I don't know, maybe. Like, again, I said it before, but I say it again. The fact the Marvelous wasn't in there.
Yeah, even though she is a Senran Kagura character, if you really analyze her writing in in Victory and Rebirth 3.
Yeah.
Man. Anyway, so just to let you know where this episode 1 will end, it's gonna end at Arfoire round 1, okay? And I say round 1 because, to be honest, the original Neptunia, they made you fight Arfoire like a bunch of times, honestly. I think in the original game you fight Arfoire 12 times.
Wow, also curious in the bottom right.
Oh, I caught up, but I didn't want to just leave you guys with a black screen, so I figured I might as well put eye candy in there.
In that case, when I feel like at some point, you already recorded all of them, right?
No, I'm still in last station.
Okay. Oh well, good. That's a good point. But that's a good excuse me then. At some point, you should put in the bunny figure, the purple and black heart.
I already put the Uni and Nepgear one, I think.
Wait, Uni and Nepgear have bunny figures? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do. I'm still pissed off there's no Rom bunny figure, but you know. Okay. Rom is awesome.
Yeah, I legit didn't know. I only thought it was a black heart and purple heart. I didn't know black sister and purple did too.
Yeah, they have it for those characters. You know what I found crazy? There's no IF or Compa figure.
Oh wow.
The company that makes the game, IF is literally the company mascot, I kid you not. And they don't have figures of her. Why not?
I have no idea.
It doesn't make sense, honestly. Yep. Oh man, I miss when they actually got to explain things. Although, I'm not gonna lie, Basilicom is a mistranslation, once again. In the Japanese version, they're just called cathedrals. Because,
Oh.
you know, they're goddesses. Although, I will admit that CPU, the term that they use to localize them, is way better than what they had in Japan. The Japanese term was just hard.
We don't need to do that until we go to another landmass. Well, we'll need a permit from the Basilicom.
No plurality, no nothing. It was just hard.
Oh, I see.
So it's like the 4 hard went to do this.
Okay, Nep Nep.
Okay, which pretty much leads to them using the word megami or goddess in Japanese versions, which is why in current they don't actually say CPU anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that in Sisters vs. Sisters and Game Maker, they don't say the word CPU. Oh yeah, time for the exclusive stuff, the ranked dungeons. Effectively, they make you speedrun a dungeon, and honestly, I love this kind of mission structure. The first ones are easy to do, so they're not too exciting, but these get pretty hard later. Okay. Some of these later ones are mazes. Right now, we're in a Final Corridor 13 dungeon. I feel like that joke would make more sense to you if you actually played Final Fantasy 13. To explain, I think it's like for the first 10 chapters of the game, every dungeon is a straight line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I mean a straight line. It isn't until chapter 10, that finally we get some variety in the dungeons. Note, that game is 13 chapters long.
Ready to go treasure hunting?
Okay? So for most of the game, you're not really, free.
Hmm.
And as you can see, I'm gonna start cutting out the menu in the future because I found out that I recorded an episode of this. 30 minutes is me menuing.
Gotta say, 30 minutes there. Wow.
Yeah, 30 minutes of the hour of recording I did is just menuing. Couldn't believe it. I was actually shocked at that. Anyways, also, world record pacing here. Under 3 minutes to get to the boss? Hell yeah. Oh, by the way, this is a random ass encounter in Mark II. So this monster actually got to stay around.
The Fenrir?
Yeah, this thing survived the Great Purge, although they called it Fenrir now. Back then, it was just called a Blue Shadow.
Huh.
Yep.
You're actually skipping some of the parts of the battle, too.
Yeah. Listen.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that.
This shit needs to be watchable. Holy crap, imagine if I wasn't doing that. You've seen how long some of these encounters are, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. That would have been insane to do that. I totally would have done it to you, though. If this was me from 2 years ago, I would have done it. I would have kept everything in. No editing out, no nothing.
As expected. It's not worth celebrating,
But that's life, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Behold! The radio feature that isn't in any other game after this one, I think.
High five radio.
Yep. Although, in the future, I'm just gonna start mashing my way through it because you don't need to see me read this crap.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Brought to you by Lady Whiteheart. Effectively, the radio tells you what dungeons you've done, as well as where you can go next. But I've played this game to death, so I don't need the radio. Oh, to explain what's going on with graphics settings, for the first few episodes I record in Vulkan, but then I start using OpenGL, which makes the quality lower, but it makes the shading more accurate.
Okay.
Don't worry about that, it's more technical stuff.
I can take care of this alone.
Yeah. I think I'm showing these fights because This is a different kind of quest. This isn't a speedrun dungeon. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this dungeon is a collectathon dungeon. So there's different kinds of dungeons to get ranks on. There's a speedrun dungeon, which is beat the dungeon as fast as you can. There is the collectathon dungeon, which is kill as many enemies to get the required drop as fast as you can. There's the hunting dungeon, which is find the specific enemy and kill it over and over again. There's the locate the secret exit dungeon, which honestly are the coolest dungeons because... obviously. they really are some brain teasers. And this thing, by the way, is a Cleone. So, this thing is the Audino of this game. They're not very strong. They're durable as shit.
Experience.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when I do eventually get to the final area of the game, no, I'm not doing the post-game dungeons. I'm not grinding to level 999. Okay, I have shit to do.
When did it become this Gaia?
You know, in V2R, you can grind to level 9,999?
Wow.
Yeah, you can grind forever in V2. I think a 100% V2 playthrough is like 5,000 hours. Like, jokes aside, I think it actually is that long. Thinking. Like, probably, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So yeah, these Cleones, you'll see 1300 XP, bam, everyone levels up. So perfect. What are you doing?
Copying with doing the music.
Please don't do that.
Why? Why not?
Like, I'd rather talk about something, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you know what? Have you been able to follow this menu at all?
Not really, no.
You know what? Just from the visual perspective, could you please elaborate what this menu looks like to you?
It looked like the menu that you, in Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Specifically when you're linking, when you're adding chips to your Keyblade.
You know what's crazy? I beat that game on critical mode and I didn't add a single chip to my Keyblade.
Huh. I added as many as I could.
I didn't know you could!
Why exactly are your people's thoughts on Recoded? It was my first one, so I honestly consider it a favorite.
I like Recoded, but then I realized Kingdom Hearts 1 exists and it's just better. Like, Recoded as a game is good, but Kingdom Hearts 1 is just better recoded. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 has the best combat in the series, so Recoded doesn't have that. Chain of Memories and Rechain of Memories does the card system better than the Castle Oblivion dungeon in Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Like, Recoded as a game is actually good, but...
What about Dreams of Distance?
I wasn't a fan that they replaced the Final Fantasy characters with the World Ends With You characters. But the flow motion state is actually really cool. I do like the flow motion movement. That was fun.
That's pretty cool.
That was really fun. I'm not gonna lie, Kingdom Hearts 3 had next to no Final Fantasy, didn't it? Like, without the DLC, obviously.
Well, I'm aware, no.
Well, technically there was the Moogles, but that's about it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Again, missed opportunity. The final Colosseum fight should have been Lightning, okay? She is literally the most OP Final Fantasy character of all time. And it's not even close. Okay? Boon of Elza, God, and something else blessed her with magic powers. Oh, and the Foul Sea, I guess. You get the point. Lightning has all the brokenness. Yeah, look at how long these fights take compared to Rebirth 1.
Much quicker.
Rebirth 1 is so fast. Rebirth 1 fights, I could probably leave in most of them, and the episode is still shorter than the edited down versions of Reverse and the original. Simply because Rebirth 1 doesn't understand difficulty scaling. Instead of, a gradual curve, it just creates level spikes. where you get to one area and suddenly you feel weak again. It doesn't really enhance the difficulty as the story progresses like V2. V2, you know, for all your game overs, David, was actually a very well-made and balanced game. Neptunia 1...
You serious?
Yes. Compared to this game, yes. Neptunia 1 is...
I refuse to believe that the CPU box fight was hard as hell.
It wasn't that bad.
It was. You saw how long it took to level up to grind for that?
We both grinded for that, okay?
I grinded longer. You saw. You know that.
Anyways, S rank again. By the way, I'm not doing every side quest dungeon, okay? I'm not doing every speedrun dungeon. But the ones that I do are gonna get S ranks because I like this game that much. So, part of what makes this story take so long is that I redo dungeons, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so how come we fight Arfoire in this dinky-ass cave? But in the original, we just run through the same cave again.
This is a basilicom? It's so big and towering.
I have no clue.
I want to point out that all of those additional dungeons, the characters becoming friends, all this communication, not in the remakes at all. Like, do you know what a basilicom is if you play Rebirth 1 or Reverse at this point? No, you don't. You don't. Although I will give credit to Reverse. Reverse actually has the coolest thing ever, where they give you all the characters at the start of the game.
Huh.
Which, honestly, I like that, okay? What do you think of that?
Say again?
That in Reverse, they give you every character, even characters that weren't in Neptunia 1, to you at the start of the game.
Don't know. I feel like you're just getting too much already at the start.
I mean, I think that it's justified though, because they made Rebirth 1 compared to the Reverse, not Reverse. Reverse, they made Reverse compared to Rebirth 1 and the original a lot harder. So, even Neptune says, when you boot up the game, that this is for the veteran Neptunia players and is recommended for people who beat the original or Rebirth 1.
No.
So it's kind of like the Lost Levels of Neptunia, except it's not a new story. It's just harder design. Also, they nerfed ROM in this game. I'm gonna say that, okay? Genuinely, ROM in V2, broken. OP. Unfair character. ROM in this game is a piece of cheese that has to deal with everybody having a hot knife. Okay? Because holy shit. ROM gets shafted so hard in this game, it's ridiculous. Genuinely. The amount of ass whooping I receive in this game just because I want ROM in my team, unreal. Yep, unreal.
Wow.
It is its own beast, honestly. So, Reverse is finally ahead of the curve, finally outspeeding Rebirth 1. I know, right? Crazy. Shocker. Shocker! You remember that?
Yeah.
You can't escape.
You can't escape from me.
I'll chase you to the end of the world.
I'll chase you to the end of the earth.
Yeah.
That was such a fun scene.
Yep. Oh, by the way, did you see the enhancements that the PS5 Pro gives to Spider-Man 2?
I have not.
Yeah, it uses the new pisser technology. And no, that's not a joke, it's the PSSR technology.
Oh my god.
Sony! Come on! Really? How do you mess that up?
I have no idea.
Compa, what happened? I know, right? Like, what the hell?
Oh, that was weird.
Why is Compa knocked out? You know, dead serious, I think I just don't heal Compa.
Are you crazy?
No, this is where the start of my arrogance begins, because Rebirth 1 compared to Reverse is a lot easier. And I mean a lot easier. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'm playing Rebirth 1. I'll win. Yep.
Do you regret that?
No, I don't actually. It just meant I had to grind for a bit, but you know, it's fine. I love level grinding. Which is something I don't think you understand.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You don't understand the grind. Yep.
Not after you get how they spend hours getting leveled up for the CPU boss fight.
I'm surprised you're not bitching about all the gold 3rd grinding sessions.
Oh, the gold 30 it was bad, but really it was only the worst with Esha. All because of older Neptune.
I want to point out that
Guys, I
yeah.
still get annoyed by that.
So, do you know why Esha says not interested?
Why?
Because she's supposed to be Cloud, and that's like Cloud's main shit that he says in FF7 PS1. Not interested.
He's not interested?
Because he's an emo kid. Or the fact that Isha is supposed to be Aerith. You know, because Isha speaks to Cloud speaks to Esha from beyond.
Oh yeah. Oh wow, I never realized that.
Yeah, they're all based on a character. Like Keisha very clearly is Solid Snake. I think that one's the most blatantly obvious.
Right.
Sisha is supposed to be a mix of 2 characters. It's actually Chun-Li and Mega Man.
Okay, that's cool. And what Bisha?
Bisha, I shit you not, is Pac-Man.
I don't see him.
Now, I haven't played Pac-Man in forever. Okay.
I've only played the original Pac-Man.
Okay, I haven't played any of the other Pac-Man besides the first 2 in forever. So
yeah, same here.
Maybe it's a reference that I don't get, but yeah, she's supposed to be Pac-Man.
Huh.
Yeah. So how come in the remakes you fight a random herd of enemies, but in the original they make you fight this damn worm again?
No idea.
Yep, look at this.
Oh, now showing off the Seven Kagura outfit.
Yep, look at this beautiful menu. The original Neptunia. Isn't it so perfect?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, it's just such a well-made menu, man. I don't think you get it.
No, I don't.
But when you play the game, I'm telling you, that menu becomes ingrained in you. It's just a... I remember my first time playing the game, and I was like, what the fuck am I looking at? It was the biggest case, like, what is this? Like, this can't be real. There's no way, right? The developers wouldn't do this to me. How dare they? That was my mentality, honestly. Yep. I do believe that the original Neptunia would get M-rated today, simply because of IF's jokes about menstruation. Like,
Did you make those kind of jokes?
the original game didn't give a fuck, dude. It's like, I think in this episode we'll hear is like, what the hell? She showed up, threw a hissy fit, then left. She must be menstruating or something. Or the fact that IF says that people who pirate CDs deserve the death penalty. And there's literally a scene where she just fucking randomly kills some NPC for that shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Or the fact that Neptune listens to this guy's dying request, but because she doesn't want to carry him to a hospital, she just kills him there as a mercy kill. Did I mention that the Super Dimension versions of the characters are all assholes?
Clearly.
Like, even Compa calls someone a bitch in this game. Like,
wow.
modern Compa would never do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or the fact that at one point Neptune straight up goes to a kid is like, if you help us out, I'll let you squeeze Compa's breast. Like, first of all, that's horrifying. Second of all, the kid is like 9. That's fucked up. And third of all, isn't Compa your friend? You know what I mean?
Who's there?
Yep.
What's with that
All right.
exotic laugh?
The
Oh,
OG
cool.
villain. Okay, because we have the HD power of the PS5. Aw, man, it looks so good. Yep. It looks
Yeah.
marvelous.
Don't let your thighs
Alright, the R4 fight. Let's see it. Boom.
Oh, the big sword.
I mean, I know you say it's slow, but don't you think it's more cinematic how the turn-based fights go in this game?
here's
I suppose it is, yeah. And you ready for this program execution?
No attacking while I transform. Got it. Meanwhile,
You know, not
Hmm?
now that she was warrior, it reminds me of a Digivolving.
mm,
How much do
What?
you know about Digimon anyway?
not a lot. Fuck!
Uh,
Look at the other two screens.
holy, she killed him.
Yep. Boom.
It's all down to you, Ram. Oh, you're dead.
Rom is like the weakest piece of shit in this game. Now, luckily, you can't actually
Wait.
lose this.
Wait, is this scripted law?
No, it just lets you try again.
I'm on a roll today.
The reason I lost intentionally so I could heal my characters.
Uh,
Are you keeping up with
Yeah. Because if you're not at full health, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
I think that makes sense.
Because if you
Okay,
notice, like,
question for
combos,
you.
yeah,
How would it feel if Neptune was in the Smash Brothers?
I would love it. I would love it. I would actually play Smash again. Like, for real, for real.
real quick so it doesn't
Why am I speaking like a Gen Z? What the fuck?
I have no idea. How would you say her moves it would be?
32-bit Mega Blade, cross combination, the Final Smash's Neptune break. The other, she'll probably have dual arts as an attack. I mean, Neptune's biggest issue is that she's always been a physical attacker. She doesn't really have magic.
I mean, that's not necessarily a problem. Have you seen? Look at Little Mac. He doesn't have any projectiles.
Isn't
He's
also
literally just
doesn't like most of the Smash characters have a sword at this point?
I'll go as much as I can.
yeah.
At that point, put Blonde in the game. She represents Nintendo. Well, the Wii, but you know.
True. Plus, we can clearly see that with Min Min, you don't need the main poster character of a series.
Yeah, you could put Blonde in there.
I'm on a
I'm not gonna lie, considering the history of this series, I don't know if they would even attempt that at all.
that wasn't enough
Why?
to get me down. Level up.
Why?
Because of, let's just say, licensing issues with Neptunia, it's just a pain in the ass to do it. Yeah. Oh,
feel like-
finally, R4 1 defeated. Crazy,
I really
right?
think I can get a thing away with it. Like, if
Here it is, here it is, here it is.
What the hell?
Yeah, these jokes are crazy in this game. Like, this original game had some of the most what the fuck comedy of all time.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. Now, 'cause
Anyway,
I told you about it and I knew it was gonna come, so it wasn't as funny, but you know, that's just how it is, right? Anyway, so
Right.
that's the end of episode 1 of Neptunia. David, your thoughts?
well, it's gonna be quite a page to go through if we're going to all three at once. It'll be something.
Yep. Have a nice evening, gentlemen.
Sign off.